I'm like getting emotional about it right now. You feel why BTS speaks to so many people. So I do apologize. Most of the footage I have is like not great. I am not a person. I believe in like experiencing something and not experiencing it behind a camera, like phone screen. And so I did take some short clips of videos and things because I wanted to like show them to my husband when I got home, and but I don't have like great 4K footage or even HD footage. It's just like little snippets of my experience. So to start, how did it all start for me? So where did I find BTS, which then led me to find K-pop as a whole? 2017, so we're moving towards 4 years. 2017, I saw them, I want to say like, it came up on my YouTube feed for like maybe one of their like Ellen performances or like one of their TV show performances in 2017. I don't remember which one, and I like got interested, but I didn't dive too deep. They performed DNA. I'm sure it was definitely like when DNA came out. Then I saw them on the AMAs, and I was like, this is cool. And I had started to do like, falling into the YouTube hole a little bit. But really like that slowly developed into like checking out a little bit more on YouTube when things would come up on my feed. And then they performed at New Year's Eve. And all I remember is New Year's Eve, we had people at our house, we're hanging out, having some drinks, food, whatever. And everyone else is like partying and everything. And I see BTS on the screen, and I like stopped, and I was like, shh, I'm watching this. And I realized at that point that I was like, I think I really like am a fan of this group. Because like then people were like, who are they? What are they? And I had all these answers for people. So I was like, oh, I must have paid more attention than I thought I did. And since then, I have just I've become to love everything about what they represent, which I know for other armies out there, it is about the music. The music is good. And I want to be clear about that, because some people, we need to be clear about that. It is about the music, but it is also about what they represent in the world, especially right now, with intense positivity and empowerment, and not just being positive in a very fake way, but being really sincere and human. I am 36 years old. I'm nearing 40. So I am one of those old armies. And there's just something about the message they bring.
We are literally strong. The armies, I know, and the BTS, you all know, we're all strong. We'll find a way. We always have. If there's no way, let's draw the map, the whole map again.
In 2018, I found out they were coming in concert. It was the Love Yourself tour. And by that point, I was full army. And I decided that I was gonna go. I had nobody else around me who listened to BTS or was even slightly interested in BTS. And so I decided I was gonna go by myself. I mean, I'm a grown woman. There's no reason I can't. And I was late to buy tickets though, so I had to buy them like resale, which I learned later not to do, and I haven't done since. And so I decided that I was going to go see them. I am originally from Niagara Falls, New York, which is right next to the Canadian border. So I grew up like closer to Toronto than New York City, which a lot of people don't realize New York is a really big state. So when people say they're from New York State, that doesn't mean we're anywhere near New York City. And so I grew up really close to Canada. And when I looked at ticket prices and all the different places they were playing, I found Hamilton, which is right outside of Toronto, which is like only a 45-minute drive from my parents' house. I have to cross the Canadian border, of course, but it's a real short drive. And so I was like, yeah, I'll just go see them there because the ticket prices were affordable and I could get really good seats. I got like 100 level seats. And so what I did, is drove 7 hours from where I live now to Niagara Falls, New York, and stayed at my parents' house. And then I drove over the border in the morning on it was a Saturday because then they had a Sunday concert, and the previous night they had a Friday concert. I remember talking to people in line about they had gone to the Friday concert. So a Saturday morning, I got up after driving 7 hours Friday to stay at my parents' house, and then I got up and I went early because I, read a bunch online. And Hamilton is a city, but it's not a big city, so I knew there around the venue there wasn't going to be a ton of parking. From like college years going out there and stuff, I knew like a little bit about Hamilton as a town. And so I went a little earlier. I think I got there like 9:30 in the morning. And I went and checked out the merchandise line. And I stood in the merchandise line. And this is like a warning when you read about the merchandise lines at BTS concert, no one is lying. Like if you really want to buy things at the concert on the concert day, you need to get there like I don't even know because I didn't buy anything. Because that's how like 9 a.m. was too late. And the concert wasn't starting until like 6 p.m. So I got there like I think like 9 a.m. and I went to the merchandise line. I got in line because I thought I'm here, might as well. What was cool is like it didn't actually matter that I didn't get to buy anything for me personally. My real plan, I at the time worked at a school and I ran a little K-pop club at the school, so I was going to like buy some stuff for my K-pop club, like for the girls. And so I didn't get to do that because the line was really long. And then as you wait in line, they announce like what's sold out, and everything that I was like gonna buy was eventually sold out. And I was like, for what? Like, I'm not wasting more time standing here. The cool part is like standing in line, you're just like surrounded with BTS fans. And one thing I'll say about the concert in general is like the people at the concert are all awesome. Like no one, even though we were standing in line for hours, everyone was just like in a good mood. I was there with some girls from a very remote part of Canada. I am blanking on what the name of it is, but like they had traveled like hours to come, way more than I had because Canada is a very large country. And they were just like so happy to be there. They had spent a lot of money, bought tickets for I think 2 of the 3 nights, if not all 3 nights. And we just like chatted about BTS. These are like, they're way younger than me. I think they were probably in like their early 20s. We have totally different life experiences. But we just like could find this common ground in BTS. And that happened all day. Like everywhere I went all day, that happened. And I was by myself in a town that I know a little bit about, but I don't know anyone there. I did buy my Army Bomb, which is a separate line for those of you who are going to go to a concert, if that's why you're watching this. The Army Bombs were a separate line, which was nice because like you could find a way to get the Army Bomb much quicker than you could get any of the other merch. And so I did buy my Army Bomb, and I got it synced up and everything to my seat. And then what I did is just kind of like hung around Hamilton a little bit before I went into the concert venue. And what was really cool is there was like a cafeteria style eatery next to the venue, and everywhere in there was BTS. Like it was like BTS had taken over this like little section of Hamilton, and it was so fun. Like I remember I sat at like a countertop and ate had some coffee and ate some like a sandwich or something, and it was delicious. And like on the TV is just like BTS concerts playing, and like and the people there were like, "You're here for the concert." I was like, "I'm obviously here for the concert. I have like a T-shirt on and all this stuff." Yeah, so like did that, hung out a little bit. I think I did go get like a drink or something before I went into the concert. There was like some breweries and things around the area. One nice part about being an older BTS fan. And then I got in line, went into the venue. And once again, everyone that you're around is just like super positive. And so it's just like the most, I know every video you watch about going to BTS concerts probably going to say this, but like the most diverse audience that you can think of. It's like everything you're thinking of is what it was like. I mean, even when I was in line going into the venue, I remember there was a couple in front of me that had come from Chicago. And for those of you who don't like know, that's a really long way to go to Hamilton, Ontario. That's like, yeah, it's a really long way to go to Hamilton, Ontario. I think they flew into Toronto, but I was super impressed by that because they probably had other venue options. I think, like me, they were buying tickets late, and found that Hamilton had affordable tickets and like good seats that you could get, and so they like jumped a plane, adorable little couple, probably in their like late 20s, and we're going to Canada to watch BTS, which is super cool. So that's the kind of crowd it is. It's just everybody from everywhere. Concert-wise, it's more, everything and more of what you'd expect. If you've been to a concert before, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, it is worth every penny that I spent. And I did spend more money on those tickets than the next tickets I bought, because I bought them resale, but worth every cent. From beginning to end, first of all, if you've never been to a K-pop concert before, they do not have openers. So there's no wait. Like, I've been to tons of concerts in my life. I love live music. And, when you go to American concerts, there's always openers. And like, so if the concert starts at 7, you're not seeing who you went to see until usually like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock, if not even later. And so I was not, like, I had watched some videos and things, so I kind of knew that, but I even expected there to be some delay with something, videos or a band, whatever. Nothing. It was like started on time, and they said the runtime would be 3 hours, and it was 3 hours, which like I really appreciate as an older BTS fan. Yeah, I think they came out with Idol, and that, yeah, I think they came out with Idol. So the other thing that I loved about it as like a K-pop concert that I think is a norm for K-pop concerts is they came out with one of their title tracks, which like same thing, a lot of like American artists, you have to wait till the end of the concert to hear like songs you would expect to hear that are like the popular songs. And at the time, I knew most of BTS's songs, so there were no songs that I heard that were new to me that day. So super cool parts of K-pop concerts are like the timing, that they come out like full steam. And I don't know if that one's just BTS. Other people who have gone to other K-pop concerts, unfortunately, I never have. COVID, go away. I want to go. Yeah, so they came out with Idol. I don't remember the whole set list. Highlights that I remember. Bepse is like my shit. Excuse my French. Love it. And I was so excited that I got to see that live. All the like hype up songs were like, your heart is beating, you're like having the time of your life. Surprise moments were Jin singing Epiphany. I did not expect that Jin to hit me as hard as he did as a vocalist. He absolutely. I have been to like I said, I've been to a lot of concerts, and there are moments at concerts where the artist like takes over the space with their presence, and Jin did that with his voice, and it was moving. I was actually sitting next to a woman who was only there because her daughter was on the floor, and wanted to make sure she was safe. Like, she was in the 100-level seats so that she could watch her daughter. And she had heard BTS. Obviously, her daughter is a huge fan to get floor seats. But she, wasn't like a big fan when she came to the concert. She was just like, I know some of their music, whatever. And when he sang, she cried, and I was crying. And I looked over at her, and she was like, "This is so beautiful. Like, this is absolutely so beautiful." And I was like, "Yeah, like this hit me too." I don't know if it's the message of that song or just his presence, his voice it filled the room. And so that was surprising to me. I didn't think that was the song that was going to hit me, but it was. And then the other kind of surprise for me is that at Encore time, they did So What? And I am not a big like EDM electronic music fan. And So What is kind of that style, almost like house or something. I don't know that genre title. And so like, previously not like my favorite BTS song. Like I said, I know all the songs, but it wasn't like something I had on my playlist of them. And I don't know if it was just because it was the end of the concert. I don't know. My energy was just like, I was on cloud nine. It was, to me, like the most lit point of the night. It was great. Because they were more free too, they didn't dance, like they didn't have choreographed dance. It was like, and there were lots of points in the concert where you got to see them be like more loose, more free, and not like all choreographed. But that part was just really fun. The lighting and everything was super cool. So those were two of my kind of surprise moments. Moments that I knew I was gonna love and did was Bepse for sure. And I am biased, and so when he did Love, which as an English teacher, the meaning behind that song and the wordplay in that song, I've always appreciated. And then seeing it live and knowing what all those play on words means, I was just in love with Love. And then, like I said, it's everything you think it is and more. So, those are just a couple of my favorite moments. And then other things that like were just awesome. Before the concert even starts, they're like the whole space is fans singing together, and like it's so beautiful. It's so like this community feel that it has. They hadn't even come on stage. It was just the people that were in the room, and everybody was singing. And the Army Bombs, as I said, been to many concerts. I have never experienced a concert that gave me the same. I'm also someone who spends a lot of time outdoors. I like love the woods. I love hiking. I love camping. And one of the reasons you love camping, if you're a camper, is you get to lay under the stars. And I live in a city, so I don't get to see the stars that much. So when I get outside and I get outdoors and I sleep out like in the woods at night, that's like one of my favorite things, is laying and just like looking at the stars. And I love trees. Another reason why I'm an RM bias. So like, I've never felt the way I felt under the stars at a concert, and that's how I felt. Good. Moments where you look around the room and you realize like this wave of light that is created by the people in the room. I'm like getting emotional about it right now. You feel why BTS speaks to so many people, because it's almost like each light is like a soul, like a heart that loves them and that they love back, and there's like this sharing of positivity and light and love. And that sounds really cheesy, but you can tell I mean it because I'm like literally choking up. It fills you up. Like it fills you up in a way that I don't know if I've ever felt before. Nothing like the unreal feeling of almost feeling connected to that many people in a space through light and music. And yeah, that has to be the coolest part. And they just do that. That's created by them. And so thank you for that. Not that they'll be watching this, but it's important to say. And so yeah, just the effect of that was overwhelming and awesome. They do, just like I'm sure you've seen on other things, they always do encores. Absolutely amazing concert experience. This year I was supposed to go to the Map of the Soul 7 tour that COVID has ruined for all of us. And so one thing I'll tell people is, in terms of buying tickets, try to get the real tickets on the day they come out. And it is a thing. Like, you gotta like watch some videos on how to do it. And I did do that. I watched lots of videos on how to do it, how to get on Ticketmaster correctly. They were all right. So don't make multiple accounts. Don't try to be sneaky and like jump on 7 different accounts. Like, be on time, get in the queue, handle your business, have your account ready before like you go, like have all your login and stuff ready so you're not like messing with that. And then get in the queue and wait. Don't start flipping out because you don't get in right away. Don't like, just be patient and wait. And if you did it right, if you got there on time and you got in the queue, at least for me, it worked. I got in the queue right when you were allowed. Like, I think it was like they said it opened an hour. First of all, 2 days before, or however long before, I joined the fan club, so I got like the early tickets, which is up to you if you want to spend the extra money to do. I did it because if I'm gonna spend that much money on a ticket, I'm gonna spend the extra whatever it is to get the early ticket. And so that allowed me to get like the earlier access. And as soon as they said I could get on the Ticketmaster and log in, I did that. So I think it was like an hour and a half before. Got on, just waited. I know it's like not super fun. Don't close the tab. Don't do anything else. Just wait. Make sure your internet connection is ready to go. Reset your computer way before that time. And then just wait once you're in. And I got like amazing tickets that I don't get to use because of COVID. I got really good tickets, and I'm really sad. But it might happen someday, and I hope it does. Yeah, that's my advice: is don't do the resale if you can avoid it. I understand, like I said, for me, I had to because I was late to the party. But if you can get the tickets real time, they're more affordable because when you buy them resale, people are trying to make money off of them. And B, then the money goes where you want the money to go to. And so my suggestion is follow what the people on the internet say. There's some good videos. I'll link some of them below that I watched on how to like do it right on Ticketmaster. If you're in America, I'm not sure about everywhere else. Or really North America, because I think in Canada, I think I used Ticketmaster to go to the Hamilton concert too. So yeah, I hope that gave you some information on me, and I hope that gave you some information on the concert, and I hope you get to go to a concert if you haven't, and if you have, I know you know that there's so much more that could be said. But thanks guys, everyone have a good day. Look forward to our next reactions, our next videos. Bye!